Okay, well, g'day viewers, Pro One Theologist. We're going to do what's called a response video on a woman who left her marriage. Apparently the background is she really had no reason to do that except to find herself after 20 years of marriage. I don't think that's very fair on the fella that was sinking his life into the marriage, but this is the mentality, the selfish mentality that you're dealing with. She was in a good place. She's sitting in the house that they had. You'll see that he's left to go and get on with his life, which is the best thing you can do. A lot of people chuck the towel in and they go into depression and alcoholism or drug use or other vices that try and get them through. But this man, you watch what's going on here. I will comment as this goes along. But you look at the state this woman's got herself into. For what? Honestly, for what? Let's go.
I'm having a bit of a tough day today, so I thought that I'd share that.
Now, she's having a tough day today. She couldn't care less about the consequences of what's happening to the people around them as a result of her choice just to upturn the family. I mean, look, the problem with this is, guys, it's happening every day. This is the sad part about it. This is happening minute by minute. Women are being indoctrinated into thinking that you're better off on your own and all this rubbish. And a lot of them are buying it. And here's a classic example of where they end up. Look at the selfishness here. It's incredible. It's incredible. This woman, she'll end up alone. She'll end up bitter, twisted, and on her own. Because the hardness of her face and everything, you wouldn't be able to tolerate her. She's so, look, feeling sorry for herself.
Even though I'm the person who initiated the divorce, I'm feeling so.
I'm the one who initiated the divorce, and I saw another video with her in it, and it's so she could go on a journey of self. Guys, honestly, guys, this is another tragic story of the destructive nature of woman. They just change their mind. Not all of them. But what do you do when you're confronted with this kind of turn in personality and values and character? What do you do? What can you do? You're just at the mercy of the destructiveness of female nature.
Some jealousy because my ex is really out there working it.
So he's done the right thing, this guy. He's probably tolerated her for years and years and put up with her whinging and goodness knows what, because she seems like a bit of a whinger to me. And I'm not sure what she's doing with that tattoo on her shoulder. She's got a big tattoo on her shoulder. She doesn't look like the type of person that should even have a tattoo. But he's probably put up with her for years and years, and then it's finally come to the crunch, and he's just gone, oh no, I'm out of here. I'm not tolerating you anymore. If this is the way you're going to do it, which is the perfect response to a person like this. She's just upturned 20 years. For what? For what? Again, look at the regret.
Not necessarily that he's looking for a girlfriend, but...
Oh yeah, he's looking for a girlfriend, and he's probably got several. Right? This is how deluded they become. She's not convincing at all. Not convincing at all. Who's she trying to convince? People, see, these women become so obsessed with their own limited thinking that they lose construct, they lose value construct, and they just throw themselves to the wind. They just end up throwing themselves to the wind. And that's what this person's done. Well, the husband's just gone, well, righto, that's it, then I'm getting on with it without you. And look, she left. What did she think he was going to do? Lay down and die? Come on.
He's definitely working on building his social network. And that
well, guys, what would you expect him to do? I'll tell you what they expect you to do. They expect you to lay down and die. You all want to learn a lesson from this bloke. He's got up and gone, I'm getting on with it. Screw you.
It includes women.
Well, of course it includes women. What do you think it would include? Dogs and cats? See, a lot of women end up with dogs and black cats and fucking goodness knows what else. Sorry for swearing, but it's just so consistent now. There's no excuse for this. This woman's not only destroyed her own life, but she's probably destroyed or disrupted or at least impacted in to some terrible negative degree the people that relied on her to stay in the family unit. And now she's got herself in a twist because the husband's getting out and finding new people to be involved in. I mean, the delusion of these women, they undermine the values that matter.
No, I don't want to be with him anymore in that way. It still triggers jealousy and pain. And I know it's my ego talking.
No, it's not her. Here we go again. She doesn't even know herself. It's not her ego talking. It's 20 years of mind and heart invested into that man's life that she can see she's squandered, completely squandered, thrown down the drain. For what? To go and find herself? Shouldn't she have found herself before she got in a marriage? This is the rubbish that men are trying to deal with. You can't unravel that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just going to leave the marriage because I've got to go and find myself. No, I'm so sorry. In another video, she talks about how wonderful her husband was. This is not uncommon. It is not uncommon. I'm telling you, it's just so blatantly foolish.
It's my ego saying, I'm being replaced. I'm not important. And I'm still in Costa Rica because I'm not ready to leave yet. I'm living...
Now, guys, she's saying I'm being replaced, of things like this nature. I'm not important, blah, blah, blah. She left the marriage. She's going to find that guys are just going to pork her and dump her, and if she gets to that point, she probably has. She won't admit it. You don't know. A lot of it's about lust and finding the things that they think they missed out on and all this nonsense and rubbish and garbage that they convince themselves to believe or get convinced to believe, the destructiveness of it all. And this is going on, I keep saying it, but it's happening every day. And they're ending up wicked, bitter and twisted and on their own. Look at this lady. Don't tell me she's not bitter and twisted. Come on.
Alone in the house that we used to live together. He moved out. Right now...
Well, I'm living alone in the house we used to live in together. Oh, God, because he moved out. Well, what did you think he was going to do? Stay? It's obvious that she's driven this guy round the bend. Completely driven him around. Look at her. Look. Come on. Look at her eyes.
I'm not focusing on socializing or making friends because I'm leaving in 5 weeks. So I'm feeling quite lonely. And I know that he's out there socializing and doing things. And I know he's suffering and, he's dealing with the rejection that he feels because I'm the one who is leaving. But even though
How confused is this woman? Honestly, the guy's getting on with his life. The perfect thing to do. This woman's in delusion.
know all of this, I'm still feeling jealous, thinking about him being with someone else.
That's how selfish they are, guys. I don't want you and nobody else can have you either. That's just the pure, utter selfishness of female nature. I don't want you. I'm leaving, but I don't want anybody else to have you either. Man, this guy's on the right track. Let her suffer.
So I just thought I'd share that because it's part of dealing with divorce. So even if you're the one who initiates it, be prepared that you're still going to feel these uncomfortable and unpleasant feelings.
Oh my God. How do you, how do you, oh God. How do you try and help somebody that's destroyed a whole family for selfish ambition and couldn't care less? You'll find a lot of these women couldn't maintain an attractive desirableness towards the husband. The husband's probably counteracted that with a loss of desire towards her. These things don't have to happen. It doesn't have to be that way. People get comfortable and then they fall into this comfortable rut and lose their intimacy. This is just a classic modern day example of the mess women make for everybody else and themselves for selfish ambition. That's all it is. Selfish, trying to find self. It's all about self. I remember my second wife used to go, I'm doing this for myself. I didn't even know what she was talking about half the time, but it always seemed to be, I'm doing it for myself. Well, fucking marriage isn't about self. There's an element of self, but at the end of the day, it's about both. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to the ProBrick exclusive channel. This video will not go onto the Facebook page. It's exclusive to the channel. Bye for now.